Hi everyone, this is Ileana Marzan coming from Cherishurmemories, and I wanted to share with you a die that I received from the Our Daily Bread designs, and this one is called the note card Caddy, and this is what you can make. So it's basically making kind of like your own little paper bags, you know. Now if you use a good size cardstock, see, it's heavy duty. You can put in your oh my gosh, our glitter glue in there. Still have room for other stuff. You can put candies inside for your teachers, give them as teachers presents, make them into Halloween bags, Christmas bags, birthday bags, make your own holiday themed bags. I mean, the possibilities are endless on what you could do with your own little bags. But I wanted to share, this was the curtain call from Graphic 45 that I worked on, and I made this one, and it's fairly simple. This is the Our Daily Bread Designs, and it's www.ourdailybreaddesigns.com, and then you can get like the dies from there. But let me show you here. Let me show you here the dies and what it comes with when you purchase the card. And it's called ooh, excuse me, it's called the Card, Caddy, and Gift Bag. Basically what I said, but it's still sticky to my little plastic. I like to keep them in these little Ziploc bags so all the pieces could stay together, because after a while the glue will come off. But this is how the packaging for the pieces come in, and as you can see, this is the main part of the bag. These are the sides, and when you put it through your die cutter, it will do the score lines for you. So all you have to do is pretty much fold and piece together. Simple, simple, simple. This part here is the only part that I have a little bit of trouble, so I ordered another set of mats, cutting mats for my machine. See if I'm having a little trouble with this. But this one here, for some strange reason, it's not embossing, nor is it cutting through my machine, so I'm still working on this. But I wanted to show how to make the bag with the basic cuts for today, and then I'll do another video once I can get the knack of this. But I wanted to share with you, I got so excited with this little bag that I made that I wanted to show you how to make this little bag. Okay, so basically when you run it through your machine to save paper, you can let me move this to the side here, put it away. You basically put the two main pieces together. Now this, I'm trying to help you to save paper. See, it doesn't really give you much. You can actually use, I mean, if you're really trying to save as much paper, you can use and cut the ends for the handles. But what you need to do is cut two of these and two handles. So it's basically two cuts of each to make your bag. Okay? So let's get started with our mini tutorial here to show you how to work with this. So basically, to make the video not so long, I ended up cutting out the pieces. So like I said, it's two of this piece, two of this piece, and then two handles. Okay, see here, that's all it is pretty much. So basically, you see how you have your score lines here and here? These are the pieces that you will end up using to piece your bag together. And see here, and then you take your bone folder and you will just crease along the edges here. See here and here. Hold on, get closer so you can see. Oop, too far. got a new work table and it's a little bit longer than I'm used to, so I feel like my arms are far away. But so basically, excuse the noise in the background if you hear my kids. They're all wide awake now. I'm trying to get them before they woke up. But anyway, so here is the front of the bag. This is the back of the bag, like so. See? And then once you have all the pieces folded, you could just grab your bone folder automatically, but I try to make sure. Just one of those kind of people that I like to do it a little bit by hand. But here you go. So here is, there we go. There's that part and that part. And then the handles, move those to the side. We don't need them till the end. And then, now if you're basically just trying to make the bag, see, I'm lucky because I have purchased the purse, the timeless tote purse die. Now, and I purchased it with the inserts, the inside pieces. So the inside pieces work perfect for this handle. Okay, because this is the same size handle as the timeless tote little purse handle. So what I did was I used the insert of that purse for inside of this. But for this purse today, since we're only working with this, I won't use that piece, but you can intertwine the insides of the timeless tote purse into the car caddy, which is great to have all three pieces of die cuts, you know, the purse, the inlays, and then this part as well, because now you can make purses or you can make little tiny tote bags as well. And like I said, I'm going to definitely make these for all my kids' teachers for the holidays now, so I'm going to start getting to work. And this is great to have to your addition to your dies, especially if you're not a good cutter like I am. I can't sit there and cut straight lines by myself to save my life. So basically what you're doing is just along the score lines, you're basically, oh, you can't even see it, sorry, came on camera and I didn't even notice. You're folding along the lines of the score lines to make it a little more pliable here, see? So when you put it together, it just kind of has a little more of a fold to itself. See? Ta-da. Okay. I don't want to take too long doing this, so you guys, I don't like to bore you guys or do a lot of talking. I like to get to the point and let's get it moving. Okay, so, okay. Alright, so now we are pliable on both ends. See? Ta-da! Okay. So basically for these projects, I find that your art glitter glue is your best friend. I use it with a little rag to clean up any excess. But, okay, so what you do is you take your two ends, as you can see here, and what you're going to do is you're going to put some wet glue on the bottom of one side here, because you're going to layer them on top of each other. So here it goes here. I like to put a good amount, even though I have to hold it down for a little bit longer, but I like to make sure that it's fairly wet there. And then you will piece one piece to the other. Okay. And then with your little rag, while it's on top of each other there, you will dry up the excess. Since I have the art glitter glue that dries clear, make sure you get it in clear, all this will disappear. Once it dries up, you won't see none of this wet glue. That's the nice part about this glue. Cleans up good and easy as long as you basically clean it up. Okay. So while I'm drawing here, it's getting its tacky on and getting sticky. And this is a nice project, to be honest with you. To be, you know, I don't know if you have a TV in your craft room, but I have a TV in mine, and it's pretty much directly across from me. So what I do is I cut all the pieces, and then I start watching TV, and I start putting together and hold and watch TV and move over here and watch some TV. Okay, here I go talking too much. Okay, so once again, we're gonna get over here and we're going to put glue on this bottom part here. Here. Get all the corners. You want to make sure that it has a good hold. See right here. And you want to put it right onto it here. And put it here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Try to dry up all this excess glue. And don't worry, it's not going to look nasty. Or like I tell you, once it dries up, you won't see none of this stuff. So don't worry. And on top of that, it's inside the bag. So even if you could see a little something, you really can't. See, so now it's coming together, you see? Basically, you're just needing it to dry some now. And just make sure that you push it down. Make sure it gets a good seal. So you don't have any little corners that are lifting up at the very end. So. Okay. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So basically you're going to have like a little cross. See? Ta-da! Okay. And you do the same on this side. There we go, here. We put it here. And then we attach it here. Corners here. So basically, it's just attaching everything at first, because the bag is fairly simple. You just want to make sure that you have a good attachment. That's basically all. The part that is the worrisome part of making sure you get it to, you know, get it down good, is making sure that you have it glued. Can you use score tape? You probably could. I haven't tried it yet. I prefer the wet glue for these smaller type projects, only because since score tape costs so much, I like to stretch it out to make my mini albums with. I find that that has a really good hold for my mini albums. Okay, so let's start putting this together now. Closing it up. See, so now you have all your pieces together here. So basically what you need to do now is attach the pieces to these sides here. This to this. This to this. See? And it'll attach it and make it one side here. See? Here. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit, and we don't have to saturate it big time, but just put a little bit of the our glitter glue here. There we go. And I like to put it on both sides and get one side working at one time. Oops. Look a little clumsy on this camera today. Sorry. Okay. So we make sure it gets folded in and piece it here. Now I don't know if you guys like it as much as I do, but I like the whole paper piecing. I find it to be fun. It's relaxing. It's not a lot of thinking on your part on how something measures and oh my gosh, this doesn't fit, and you know, basically every time you make your bag, it's going to be perfect every time you make it. Alright, so take my trusty oh my gosh, my stick and my bone folder. Gosh, can't talk, pardon me. And then just pretty much make sure that it took a good seal. Rub it inside on the bottom. You'll see once you open it up and you see what I'm talking about inside. It's hard to explain. You pretty much just rubbing on the inside, and ta-da! Oops. See inside? Well, you can't really see it too much, but inside it's sealed in there really good. So I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Let me just clear some of this. I'm not sure if this becomes OCD or nothing, but I seem to like can't see this glue, even though I know once it dries you're not gonna see nothing, but while I see it, it bothers me. Okay. Okay, this is gonna get covered, so don't worry. So then we're gonna do the same on the other side, basically just getting it attached here. And we're gonna do the same on this side here. Okay. And basically, just like we did on the other side, we're going to piece them here together here. See? And the same thing on this side, make sure it goes in. Oops. Make sure it goes in, and then attach it here as well. It looks like you have a big glob mess. Don't stress yourself about it. Okay. It's really not a lot of work once you get the hang of it. You know, once you start making this on a constant basis, I just wanted to show you how this is put together. I enjoy making little projects like this where you can make a bunch of them, but each one will be different in its own way. You know, I have lots and lots of paper that I need to use up, and this is pretty much, I could honestly say, one of the best projects to work with if you have a lot of those loose sheets of paper, like how we did when we first started scrapbooking and didn't come out with the paper packs back then. It was just pretty much all loose paper, and I know many of us have to have a good amount of that in our stash. So this is a good way to use up a lot of that stash paper that's pretty much just lying around in our areas. Oops. And once again, I am just adhering the inside so it can get tacky and hold on. It's hard to see it on the camera, but I'll show you in a second. Hold on. That's what happened here. I was wondering why it was just giving me a little... Hold on, I'm sorry I'm off camera. Give me a second. I tell you, my desk is kind of funky. I liked my setup. I moved my whole room around again. I have a tendency to do that until I find my room perfect. But I moved my room around and I got a new table. And I just keep forgetting how long this table is when I'm working on it here. So I need to put a little bit more because I didn't do this part right. Okay. I guess if this is like that kind of project, if you are into like the Mod Podge and that kind of stuff, it's really not that hard. Truthfully, it's not. My table is what's giving me more trouble than the actual project. But piece that part together there. Make sure that you, like I said again, you are pressing down on it so it can grab and be tacky. Okay, and any excess, just wipe it off. But once again, it dries clear, so don't worry, don't stress too much. Anyway, so here is your base little bag. It just has to dry a little bit more, and I'll be very careful. But what we do here is, so what I did was, since I don't have the inside for this, I ended up cutting my own pieces for the outside, as you can see here. See? I think I have it. Yeah, perfect there. So this piece here measures 4 5/16 here, 4 5/16 wide, and 5 5/8 long. That's what I measured for my purse here. Now remember, I told you don't worry about this part, but just to make the video go a little bit faster, we're gonna try to work with it and it's not dry all the way. But I inked the edges of the paper and I cut 2 of those. Let me just ink here so you can see. There we go. Just ink it up real good there. Get this out of the way. Okay. So we just add a little bit of our wet glue just around the edges here. There we go. See? Ta-da! And we place it on top of our purse here, like so. There we go. Ta-da! We'll do the same for the back. Ink up the back. Ink it up here so you can see. Same thing with the glue. Just apply it on the outsides and a little bit on the end, just to make sure it holds really good. Because you want your little bags to be durable. You want them to be held. You want them to be either put on a desk, on a table, but if they get something put inside of them heavy, you want them to be durable. For cardstock, make sure you don't use the thin black cardstock. Make sure you use a little bit more heavyweight cardstock for this bag. Same thing for the little purse too, but I think this one holds up better with the heavier cardstock. There we go. Look at our back. Ta-da! And our front. See our bag here? Still a little wet there in that corner. Still drying, but that's okay. Okay. So how do you attach the handles? The handle sometimes is a little tricky part, but you're basically molding it to go like this. See? To make a little handle right here. See, like this? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna do this on both sides. Okay, so you're gonna attach the glue to this little circle here and this little circle here. No glue nowhere else, okay? So what I do is I attach usually one at a time to make sure I have a good bond. So here is one spot here, and I will attach it right here, and I will hold it for a second so you can make sure it gets bonded there, pretty much. Today my vocabulary and my talking is all crazy, but I really wanted to get this video out and done so you can kind of see how it gets done. And then right before it's 100% dried, you get the other side done here. Here, see? And what you do is you attach it here. See? Right here. You just hold on to it there and make sure that it gets stuck and sticky there. And it takes a little bit. This is the part that will come out if you don't hold on to it. Everything else will attach itself with some time, dry up with some time. This is the part that's a little funky because if you don't hold on to it, it will come out. So here we go. There's one side of the handle here. Now, since this part here does not, when you get that particular card caddy, it doesn't have the inside. So remember, you can decorate it with some diamonds here. You can decorate it with those little pearls. doesn't matter. You can decorate it with anything there. Doesn't have to have the insert. If you're making a bunch of these and they're all going to be the same, then they can all have, you know, beige, white, black handles, whatever matches your paper line. But we'll do the same on this side here. Mold it here. See, I want to mold it here so you can get the little handle ready. And hold, and try to even it out with the other side so that the handles are somewhat at least even to each other when you attach them. And make sure you see how they're even. Excuse my kids, I told you. Try not to make this video too long, but sorry. Don't like to bore anyone. Then you piece it, like I said, right here, and then you hold on to it. Make sure it has a good bond here. See? And then we just dry up the excess here. Dry up this excess. Like I said, make sure you have a good bond to the purse itself. Remember, this part here probably will give you a little bit more trouble than any other part in the purse to make sure that it sticks, but you want to make sure that the handles have a good bond. Okay? And look at that. There you go. There is your purse. Now you can decorate it however you'd like. I just used some simple papers. I didn't go into too much detail with this one because I just wanted to show you the basics of putting it together. Okay, and look, see, once it's 100% dry, you can stick anything inside and you'll be good to go. See a little bit of my wet glue there? Remember I tell you how to just hold on to it, and it'll once it dries up you won't see nothing. Yeah, but they're definitely really cute. They're very versatile. You can do anything with them. Don't forget that they are called Our Daily Bread Designs. And once again, this is called the Card Caddy and Gift Bag. I guess you could put some note cards in there. I haven't tried it yet, but I definitely am thinking about maybe doing some for the craft fair and putting some note cards to match the papers that are on the outside. But I thank you for hanging out with me for these 27 minutes of chit-chatting and putting together this little bag. Thanks for watching. Bye.